Kentucky has a very flavorful culinary scene and is well known for several famous drinks and dishes. Although comfort foods do take center stage here, many Kentuckians are also looking to spice things up. While recent surveys suggest that a little over half of Americans like spicy foods, most everyone can benefit from eating them. Several studies have indicated that eating these fiery foods are linked to a longer life among other health benefits. And many Kentucky businesses are capitalizing on the growing trend. Take Lexington's Screaming Mimi's hot sauce and sweet hotter salsa. These recipes come from their philosophy to add a little zest to life. You can also kick it up a notch with some spicy dills. These peppery pickles pack a punch and are made in Newcastle by the Smoke Doctor's Barbecue. There are lots of places that are spicing up Kentucky, but today we check out two local eats that really know how to bring the heat. Our first stop is at one of Lexington's newest restaurants, Joella's Hot Chicken. This tasty yet fiery bird is an iconic food in Nashville, where traditional Southern fried chicken is given plenty of spirit by adding different spice blends. Often described as a sweet but mean flavor, hot chicken has become the newest spice evolution. We're here today at Joella's Hot Chicken, and I'm talking with Bruce Rosenblatt, who's the Director of Operations. Thanks for having us today.
Oh, thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
We're so excited because this is a brand new restaurant in Lexington, but you guys have been having a lot of success in Louisville.
We have. We're very welcome and blessed to be here. The success of the Louisville restaurant was overly more than expected. So we're just honored to be here.
Yeah, well, and you guys are doing something that's kind of new, really, for this area, but it's been happening in Nashville a bunch, right? This idea of hot chicken.
Mm-hmm. Hot chicken's been around for 30 plus years. We just recreated the brand and brought it to Louisville and took off. So coming to Lexington was a no-brainer, and we've been well accepted by the community.
Well, talk to me about what hot chicken is and kind of what makes this maybe different than other chicken people have tried.
Right, well, hot chicken essentially is your good old Southern fried chicken made by great-grandma and great-grandpa. Back in the day, it's crispy fried chicken. We spice it up to different heat levels of your choice. Essentially, it's homemade oils that we make. We based it onto the chicken to give it that unique flair and flavor.
Well, yeah, and you guys have like a whole range of spice blends, right? So you can start with like the hey, I'm timid, all the way to like my head's gonna blow up.
You can, and if you're hey, I'm timid, you get our Southern, which is good old Southern fried. If you want to go a little above, you get spiked honey, which is essentially a dipping sauce. On the side, you can dip your chicken in. Now then you go into Ella's favorite, tweener, hot, and if you're really brave, fire in the hole. But once again, with the 6 different levels, it doesn't have to be hot.
Right.
So we're appealing to the masses at this point.
Absolutely. Well, and I love the mix of kind of the hot and spicy, but then you get that great comfort food. So you're kind of checking a couple boxes there.
Absolutely. And along with the comfort food comes our comfort side dishes. Everything's homemade daily. If you're going to come try us, please try the homemade mac and cheese. We start out with the freshest ingredients. We make a homemade cheese sauce. Our green beans are wonderful. Our red skin potato salad is like grandma and grandpa used to make. I mean, it's a mayonnaise based. We have our red skin potatoes. We dice them, we cook them. It's the freshest ingredients, and it's wonderful.
Well, and you guys are doing a lot of local things too. I know, particularly local beers. I see Country Boy represented here, and talk to me about some of your other local products.
Sure. This store is very unique. We have the self-tap porch system. So basically, you receive a band, we activate it for you, and you pour your own beer by the ounce. We kept those taps local. There's 4 local taps: West Six IPA, Country Boy, Blue Stallion, and Kentucky Bourbon Barrel. And we keep it local. It just works.
It must, because the lines have been out the door. I know when you first opened, you were giving away like free chicken dinners for a year to like the first 100 people.
We did.
And the response was really overwhelming.
We did. We had over 200 people in line. So whenever we open our doors for the first time, the first 100 people get 52 meals for a year. So 1 meal a week. And we give out, it's over $60,000 in giveaways before we even unlock our doors.
That's amazing. Well, the line has not diminished. I mean, you've continually, each day I'm driving by and I see the line out the door.
We're blessed to have a great team. And if I may, we have what's called the Clock Park program. And our staff is empowered to do the right thing on a daily basis, without fail. And you don't need a manager's permission, you don't need permission from the owner. You just do the right thing. If a mother comes in with a crying child, maybe they need a pick-me-up, maybe they need a free meal, maybe they need a soda, a dessert, you just do it. You give it away, and we say, you know what, will this help your day? And they do that. Or maybe you're a guest that dines here 3 days a week, and I say, you know what, Amy, your money's not good here today. Why? Because it's on me. Why is it on you? Because we appreciate you. And I would say thank you, so it's on us today. And I love watching my cashiers, my dining room people do that stuff, because it makes us feel like we're on the right track.
Their success comes from staying true to their Southern roots and serving scrumptious, scratch-made dishes, but also because of Joella's founder, Tony Palomino. No stranger to the food industry, he's also the founder of Boomba's Pizza as well as Manny and Merle. But his culinary education began back in the 70s at his parents' Southern Fried Chicken restaurant. He watched his two longtime employees, Joe and Miss Ella, made delicious chicken daily, which taught him stellar cooking skills and the importance of hard work. The duo made such an impression on him that he decided to honor them when he named his new restaurant, Joella's. Bruce, oh my goodness, there's a lot of scrumptious looking dishes on the table.
There is. This is what we do every day.
And you've got several spice levels here.
I did. I gave you a little sample of our Ella's favorite, which is our least spiced oil. Then we go up to tweener, which is the medium heat, between Ella and hot. That's our hot sauce.
That's fire into whole, right?
That's just hot. There's one above it.
Oh, okay.
I was nice to you today.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I know you got to drive later. This is our homemade JoJo sauce.
Okay.
And that is our spiked honey.
Oh, spiked honey.
Spiked honey, so it's got a little heat, but a little sweet. You want to try the sauce?
Sure.
Okay, so why don't we just do a little dip? We're going to
Okay.
stir it up a little bit.
All right.
And then we're going to make you take a chicken tender with your fingers.
Okay.
Just do a little dipping.
All right.
Just go ahead and eat it.
All right.
If you feel like dipping it in the JoJo sauce or the spiked honey as well, feel free.
Okay. You have to eat with me, you know.
Okay, well, then I'll take a tender and I'll dip it as well. I'll double dip a little bit, double dip into our JoJo sauce. Okay, what?
Man, that is really good.
Now, what we try to achieve here is flavorful heat, so you get the great flavor, and then a little bit of burn in your throat, and that's it.
But I mean, even without the spice, this chicken tender is amazing. And then you add all that flavor and spice on top of it, and it is killer.
Now, the moistness of the chicken is part of our 24-hour brining process.
Okay.
We brine it in a homemade marinade for a minimum of 24 hours. All of our chicken. We pull it from there and it goes directly into our homemade breader. And the moistness stays inside the chicken during the frying process, and you get that moist, perfect bird every time.
Ah, it tastes so good. It almost tastes like that homemade, like buttermilk, you know, fried chicken that your grandma made.
Exactly, Mundo, and that's exactly what we're looking for, and that's the references that everybody gives us.
Joella's is located in Lexington and Louisville, with plans to open in Indianapolis and Cincinnati. With a spice-o-meter that ranges from mildly mellow to below your head off, everyone can find their perfect spice match here. Now would be a good time to go cool off those taste buds, because coming up after the break, we continue on our Spicing Up Kentucky tour with a stop in Winchester for some homegrown spicy peppers. Today, we're on a Spicing Up Kentucky tour, and our first stop was at Joella's Hot Chicken, where we sampled the bird that bites back, thanks to their secret peppery spice blends. Peppers are quickly becoming a big part of restaurant menus thanks to their powerful punch. Some popular varieties grown all over the world are the habanero, cayenne, serrano, and cherry peppers, just to name a few. However, some of these peppers are grown right here in Kentucky. Our next stop is Back Porch Hot Sauce, where a passion for peppers is not only homegrown, but also a family affair. I'm here today with Carol Simmons and Stacy Hicks. They are the fabulous mother and son duo of Back Porch Hot Sauce. Thanks for having us today.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I'm really excited about this hot sauce because you guys really had a dream, and you were able to make this into a business, and you're running it out of your home, and so hopefully it encourages others to do that.
Yeah, it's pretty small. It's 2 employees, myself and my mother, and we do everything, growing the peppers to bottling it all.
Now, how did this idea come about?
I had a gentleman at work gave me some pepper plants. We put them in some pots, stuck them on our back porch, thus the name. And when the peppers came in, I didn't know exactly what to do with all of them. And I went back and asked him, some ideas, at least to cook with them or something. And he said, why don't you make some hot sauce? So I got online and looked a couple of recipes up and piddled around with it a little bit here, a little bit there. And next thing I did, came out with a decent bottle of hot sauce, and took a bottle to him at work and gave it to him. And within a couple of days, he was back asking for more. And the rest of the people at work found out, and next thing I knew, I had people coming all the time asking. And within a couple of months, we had gone through about 100 bottles
Wow.
at work just with the friends. And so we decided that probably ought to give the government its due, and so we formed the company. So
That's wonderful. Yeah, because you guys are in several different stores all throughout Kentucky, right?
yeah, we're all over central Kentucky, Winchester, Lexington, Paris, Berea, and then we've got one store in North Carolina. We were going on vacation, stopped in, they had a wall of hot sauce, and next thing you know, they've got ours there too. So yeah.
And you've got so many different pepper varieties that you're working with. I didn't realize that you could grow all those varieties in Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky's really good for a couple of months. You don't get good growing temperatures until about August. But up until that time, you get your peppers to mature. And once it hits August and they start producing, then between August and October, you get a pretty good yield. I mean, everything from Indian to African peppers do really well here.
Well, I love that you're doing all these very global peppers right here in Winchester, Kentucky, and you actually are the one that tends to a lot of these. I mean, I know you both do it, but you're kind of the gardener extraordinaire, right?
Yes, I am from a agriculture background. My father and my mother both loved raising vegetables, and Mom did the canning, and Dad brought all the vegetables in. And so he took me out as a child, and every summer he would point to the ground and tell me where to plant the seeds. And after so many years, it forms the thing in your head where you don't forget it. So
Wow.
yeah, I really enjoy it.
Well, it sounds like it's a good fit for you. And you also are the artist.
Yes,
You designed the logo.
yes, I did. He said he needed a back porch, and so I sat down. He gave me a couple of pictures that he thought might be good, and I went from there and decided what I thought was best. And so we did do a little picture of the back porch.
Well, congratulations on your success. I'm ready to try some of this sauce.
Oh, great. We're ready to let you try some.
As a small business owner, Stacy likes to get out in the community to meet people and introduce them to his products. He sets up at food shows, farmers markets, craft fairs, and grocery stores. Recently, at Good Foods Co-op, he handed out samples of his back porch buffalo chicken meatballs. Not only are his hot sauces wonderful as condiments, but they're also used to add lively flavor to favorite recipes. Customers agree that these hot sauces have flavorful versatility. Okay, so Stacy, I know that you go to lots of different places, lots of markets and craft fairs and things to introduce people to your product, and I'm excited for you to introduce me.
All right, great. Well, I've got 4 different flavors. I've got everything from a really mild, let's a hot banana pepper, all the way up to something that's really hot with ghost pepper in it.
It's hot, but really flavorful, really good. I mean, it's got definitely a little bit of vinegar in there. That's really good, but the heat does build. And now my mouth is on fire.
Yeah,
But it's great.
yeah.
love
I
it.
didn't want anything to blow your head off.
Yeah.
I wanted that heat to gradually build. So that's the reason that I mix the peppers. Each one of them attacks a different piece of your tongue.
It really does. And the back of your throat, I'm finding.
Yeah.
It's really good. Those ghost peppers, though, are no joke.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
One taste and you'll see why these little bottles of spicy goodness can bring tasty heat to any dish. The growing trend for fiery flavor is rapidly expanding in the Commonwealth. You can perk up just about any meal with some help from a myriad of Kentucky Proud products, like pepper-infused vinegar from Pop's Pepper Patch in Louisville, or Kentucky beer cheese out of Nicholasville, which offers a tangy hot option. Or for the adventurous spice seeker, check out Devil Dust from Waddy Spice Traders, where they suggest to use with caution. No matter how you choose to spice things up, there are a lot of great local options. Make sure to add Joella's hot chicken and back porch hot sauce to your local travelers list.